Hey there, it's Dan Hamilton, Greenville real estate agent, back with another video about living right here in Greenville, South Carolina. Last week, I shared 6 things I love about living in Greenville, South Carolina. But let's face it, no place is perfect, and Greenville certainly has its fair share of issues. So today, I'm going to share 6 cons about living in Greenville. So follow along and tell me in the comments if these downsides would be deal breakers for you or if you have any others that you want to share. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe for more Greenville real estate info. And if you're thinking about moving to the Upstate, email me and my team at info@mygreenvillehome.com or fill out the form linked below in the video description. We'd love to help you. All right, so let's get into it. We all know that Greenville is growing fast. And in last week's video, I talked about the booming economy and other benefits of living in Greenville's recent growth. But there are downsides too. So first up, Greenville has experienced overcrowding as a result of the influx of new residents. You don't have to go far to see that. 10 years ago, Greenville was growing at a really steady and slow rate. But in the last 5 years, the whole city and all of the surrounding areas have exploded with new growth. Low-income areas have been pushed further and further out to make room for the new growth, and houses and neighborhoods have been forced to be closer together. Plus, more people all at once means less housing for everyone, but we'll talk about that later. Greenville is really making some great strides to combat the overcrowding and to sustainably assist low-income neighborhoods. But this is still a significant issue that's facing the area and will be for years to come. As influx in residents and the resulting low housing inventory create another issue in our second con, and that is housing affordability. Homes in Greenville have jumped significantly in value over the last couple years, causing many locals to be in a panic. Even now, with the market slowing down slightly, you're still unlikely to find a home within the city limits for less than $300,000. As a real estate agent, I have seen firsthand how these price increases have really impacted our clients, especially younger and first-time home buyers. While yes, it's true that houses are more expensive in Greenville than they have been in the past, it's still important to look at the bigger picture. Compared to cities our size and larger, Greenville is still very competitive from a cost of living perspective. I mentioned last week that one of the best things about living in Greenville is our weather, and specifically the fact that we have all 4 seasons here in the Upstate. But our weather is also a con. Like most southern states, our summer, especially in July and August, get pretty hot and humid. Really can be muggy in August. Many of our retired residents will spend the winters in Greenville and then travel somewhere a little milder during those intense summer months. So the second downside to our weather is that we tend to struggle with seasonal allergies. Greenville is the allergy capital of the world. So while springtime is most prevalent season for intense allergies, some residents continue to suffer through the summer and the fall. Another downside we need to talk about in Greenville is our crime rate, which is slightly above the national average. So every major city has crime rates, and Greenville, of course, is no exception. Thankfully, the vast majority of our crimes are considered non-violent. Plus, our crime rate is decreasing steadily year over year. Having lived in Greenville almost my whole life, as well as traveled extensively throughout our country and the world, I can say that our family has never felt unsafe throughout our city. We encourage our out-of-state real estate clients to really take statistics with a grain of salt when considering a move to Greenville, but crime rates are nonetheless an important factor for many people when considering where to move to. Like most cities, Greenville's road construction has increased over the years. The reason for road construction is always positive. The government wants to improve the conditions of the road for residents passing through or living in the city. However, many of Greenville's major road projects have lasted 5 to 10 years. And as South Carolina as a whole is notorious for its potholes and bumpy roads. Speaking of infrastructure, Greenville's traffic is another con you may want to consider before moving to our area. Now, we don't have standstill rush hour traffic that would be on par with like Charlotte or even Atlanta. Residents often get frustrated with some rush hour traffic in Pleasantburg, Woodruff, Haywood, some of those corridors where there are some congested roads. This is largely due to the fact that these 2 to 3 lane roads have exploded with business centers and in many cases haven't widened to support the additional traffic coming onto them. If you're still considering a move here to Greenville, South Carolina, let's talk. My team and I are real estate experts, and we're experts on all things happening in the Upstate. We'd be happy to help you decide if Greenville is a good fit for you. So just give us a call, 864-527-7685, or click the link below in the description to fill out a contact form, and one of our agents will be in touch with you. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more real estate content.